Instructor Chris Gallen hovering nearby to give grades. The machine finds a crude but effective bomb made from a washing machine timer and a motorcycle battery. A student directs the robot to use its pincers to break the fusing wire, disabling the launcher. In a war zone, devices like this write a lot of death certificates.
The biggest concern about weapons like this is they can be placed anywhere, and you never know when somebody's placed one at night and it's going to go off. As long as you can break the firing circuit of the rockets themselves, you shouldn't have any problem with it.
Defusing any bomb or IED means interrupting the explosive train. That's the chain of components linked together to make a big bang. They are the triggering device, detonator, and the main charge, often HE for high explosives. HE can be a stick of dynamite, a wad of plastic explosive, or an artillery shell. To set off the charge, you need an electrical or mechanical device to trigger a detonator, the smaller charge that sets off the larger charge. An explosion is the sudden release of gases from a confined space. In an IED, whether in a car, hidden, or on a roadside, the design can be quite innovative. The trigger can be as simple as a cell phone attached to a battery. The detonator can be a blasting cap, wired to the main charge, which could be an artillery shell or rocket. To prevent an explosion, you have to break the explosive train. And that's what EOD is all about. It's a fatally simple concept, made more complicated when enemy forces set up a series of such devices. That's a tactic EOD instructors bring to bear against their students.
What we have here is a PMR, a personal mobile radio, and it is set up on a battery back here, hooked up to det cord, and it runs around and underneath us right now, and there's about 40 pounds of HE in there. It is set like this as a come on or a draw to draw them in, but it is also set to blow the roadway if they don't see it. They'll put this device here to take out the vehicle. If that doesn't work and they catch it, then they'll have a secondary device in order to take out the EOD tech. Over in country, they're actually disguising these a lot better. They'll put the radio out a long ways and bury the wire all the way in so you don't even see it.
These buried IEDs are some of the deadliest threats, illustrated by a military convoy rolling a camera while on patrol. In combat zones, EOD teams match wits with the opposition in a lethal game of chess.
The bomb makers become very creative, and so the challenge is to stay one step ahead of them.
They're pretty crafty in what they do over there. They're always trying to beat us, and they realize that we have guys that are designed to beat them, so they're just even getting more ingenious. They're extremely intelligent. A lot of them come to the U.S., go to college, go to military schools, MIT, vocational schools. They've got the same skills we do.
Because IEDs are cheap and effective, they have become Irregular's weapon of choice, meaning there is no safe place.
The IEDs are buried in the roads. It might be in a pile of trash, a pile of garbage on the side of the road. It might be a car, a broken down car, an abandoned car, in dead animals, in tires, in piles of rocks. It could be something they poured in concrete in part of the sidewalk. So you really never know what is going to reach out and bite you over there.
In Iraq, most American combat casualties involve IEDs. Civilians are also targets. With so many bombs so easily deployed, EOD technicians have become the frontline troops in a conflict with no clear boundaries. If they can't take care of it, other people suffer.
The EOD teams aren't out finding the IEDs. It's that patrol, it's that, that guy, the lead vehicle in that convoy, it's that foot patrol, it's that local guy or gal out there that's finding these things in their neighborhood or on the street or whatever.
The idea of IEDs rattles even the toughest troopers.
Looking at it, and a mortar tube or a tube of some sort pointed somewhat towards this direction with a remote control on it.
Any wires coming out of it at all?
I didn't see any wires within the clothing. Oh, they were saying that it's a remote with a tube.
Suspect item, a donkey cart.
We get the 9-line and we roll outside the wire and we make our way to our location. And that's where you encounter a lot of your hazards. As you're rolling, you're always prepared for everything. We're ready for combat. And when we get to our location, we set up a security perimeter and we start doing our business while the security element protects us. If all hell breaks loose, then everyone's a shooter at that point.
The EOD-8 bomb suit is an invaluable asset in country where a cart can double as a rocket carrier. The more devious the IED setup, the longer team members are exposed. Each extra second could be a death sentence. And you can't hurry the job.
The danger with taking your time is every time you stop, you're a target. That's the biggest danger. The bad guys search out fights just like we do. And anytime you're still for that long, you are a target.
Finally, he disconnects the detonator. A simple device, but deadly. And this time, EOD got it in time.
All right, fellas. Good job. Great work. Going out on in there.
Working by hand in the open is a last resort. To minimize risk, EOD squads use robots whenever possible.
The best way to do any job is remotely, and you'll use the robot as much as you can in order to make the job safer for the guy, because your last resort is to actually have to send a guy down there. If you can send a machine down there to do your job for you rather than actually sending a person down there, you're keeping everybody safe because you can replace robots.
EOD teams rely on several types of robot. Most common are the Talon and its baby brother, PackBot. Controlled by joystick from briefcase-sized monitors, Talon and PackBot each have 4-color autofocus cameras. The lenses can zoom in for details and pull back for the big picture. The cameras have lighting units, as well as night vision. The robots can sense chemical attacks and radiation. Built to last, these machines can operate in snow, when dropped from a helicopter, even underwater. Best of all, when a robot warrior is working, one less human is in harm's way.
This program is brought to you in part by...
At China Lake, trainees get a chance to study the raw materials and finished products of IED assembly.
This is a warehouse that we have stockpiled ordnance items in. They're all inert ordnance items. We use them